I make a lot of different collages, and the way I started making collages was through my photography class at school. And the ones that are shown on the screen, the first two, they aren't really collages that I was going to share. They're just a bit of artwork that I made with paint and pieces of paper. But the last picture is more like the collages that I usually create, and the ones that I was going to oh, we are showing more. These are just the first few. Okay, they're gonna show more, but the last one is more like the pictures that I usually create. I take a lot of different photos from either magazines, newspaper clippings, photos that I took myself, and I put them all together in different ways. Sometimes I keep spaces. Sometimes I don't have any white space. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Um, my favorite piece was actually, well, my favorite pieces were actually the pieces that I used for my senior portfolio in my photography class. And those pieces were based on a lot of the different things that are going on in the world right now. There was a piece, oh, these pieces right here that are shown, these are based on gentrification. Since I do live in DC, and in Columbia Heights, where there's a lot of gentrification going on uptown. And I took some of these pictures I took myself, but most of these pictures were from magazines or from Google that I found. And I put them together just to represent what's going on in the African American community. And yeah, that's it for those ones. And these two right here, again, with being in DC. The first one was about crime in DC and a lot that's going on in today's society within the African American community. And as you can see, there's a lot of different headlines that have to do with the shootings that are going on in DC, and just crime reports that are going on in DC right now. And these are all actual pictures that I found from reports from 2020. None of them are from last year or years before. These are all from 2020. And I think right now we're at, I actually had it written down, but we're like, in the past, I forgot the number, but there's been a lot. And then the next one, this isn't an original piece, but I recreated something that I saw online and I really liked it and I wanted to put it in my journal. So I recreated something that I saw online, and it's titled Chocolate City because, as you all know, DC was once named Chocolate City, and it has a lot of Black and brown people holding up the Capitol to show that, we did make this city and that we continue to make this city, and our culture, should never be silenced within DC. And these were the ones that I was talking about that had to do with police brutality and a lot of the things that are going on today in the news. And this was what I used for my senior portfolio in my photography. Yeah, this one in my photography class to bring awareness to police brutality because as it was said earlier, I did attend a predominantly white school, and I wanted to bring to my peers' attention what's going on, and not just what's going on in the media, but what we really have to deal with as a race and a community. And I think that I was successful in doing so because some of my peers did reach out and say that they appreciated my collages and that they didn't really know that a lot of this stuff was going on. And if it weren't for what's in the media today, they would still be oblivious to a lot of the police brutality that goes on. And the middle piece, I tried to recreate a Time magazine piece, and it's titled What Has Changed and What Hasn't. And on the left, there's police brutality that's in the media now. As you can see, all the pictures are in color. And then on the right, there's pictures from the civil rights movements, and if the middle picture is contrasting, 1960 to 2020, that we're still going through the same problems and people are still having to deal with the same things. And that's it.